Few people hate the Ayatollah more than I do. But it is only fair to ask that once he is rightfully delivered to hell, and this is the question, and then what? More Muslims have died because of the Ayatollah than for any other reason or any other person. Much of the world's evil comes out of Iran. The root of the problems in the Middle East over the past 40 years center in Iran. But what happens after the regime is gone? It is still very unclear whether or not the Ayatollah will stay in power. That is a good thing. And it seems less likely that he will stay in power by the hour.
It's not going to work out good.
We're looking at some very strong options. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts. I think they're going to get hit very hard by the United States.
We're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them.
Wall Street Journal reports Saudi Arabia and other Arab Gulf states are privately urging the United States not to strike Iran. They warn that military action or regime change could destabilize the region, as if the Middle East is oh so stable. They say it will disrupt oil markets, possibly. And then the Gulf states are very worried that it will hurt their own security and economic interests. But covert action seems to be in full swing. Iran's intelligence says it seized a large shipment of spying and sabotage electronics, including Starlink terminals, smuggled into the country from a neighboring state to try to provide internet so that the video can come out and we can see what's happening in Iran. The regime has turned off the internet in much of the country. So one can imagine either the CIA or Mossad is working already on the ground. But we have to go back to the essential question. And then what? I was in Libya when the U.S. led efforts to overthrow Muammar Gaddafi. Protests for freedom ultimately led to a revolution and a collapsed state. Same thing happened in Syria. Iran's Revolutionary Guard is filled with veterans from the Syria conflict. They know exactly how quickly things can turn, and that's why they are murdering dozens, if not hundreds, every day in the streets. That's why we're seeing videos like this by the hour. And what we have blurred there, and this is now starting to remind me oh so eerily of the first days and months of the Syrian conflict. The video of body bags lined up in Iranian cities. Human rights groups believe tens of thousands of protesters have died. And Trump has made his red line clear. If Iran is shooting protesters, the U.S. will take strong action.
They've got a big problem, and I hope they're not going to be killing people. And I'm going to have a report very soon. It would seem to me that they have been badly misbehaving, but that is not confirmed.
If it's not confirmed, it's because the president doesn't want it to be confirmed. It is pretty clear Iran is shooting protesters at point blank. Striking Iran is one thing. President Trump's already shown a willingness to do that. The question on everyone's mind now is, if he does it, what does it do? What is the mission? And if it is regime change, then what?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.